Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we're back again with some detractor memes, some new detractors arguing with Eric, doing the things that they don't do with the mainstream comic book industry. They only do it with Eric July because he has politics that they don't agree with, and the fact that he's gone outside the mainstream and been a big success with 2 campaigns now, with the second one on its way to being a multi-million-dollar campaign, showing that he can do multi-million-dollar campaigns back to back. Check out the links in the description. I do mirror all my videos on Rumble and Odyssey. I do stream on both Kick and Twitch. And I do have a subscribe star. Nothing obligated there. Don't really have to. But it is there if you want to support further. As we work our way towards monetization, we are currently 23 subscribers away from 1,000 to apply for the YouTube Partner Program and get monetization. And check out the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account and YouTube, as well as a video of Eric July's most famous detractors. Everything will be linked down below in the description. But before we get into it, just a quick update on the Rippaverse campaign. As of recording of this video, currently sitting at 1.917 million, 16,230 purchasers, 10,813 covered A's, 11,271 covered B's, 3,594 cover C's. Now definitely get in where you fit in with this one because there's only going to be 5,000. And this is the Shane Davis cover that is both foil and emboss. So get on that if you want it. 1,470 of cover D. That is the mass copy print, and 1,683 books have been donated. Moving on to Social Blade. As always, getting huge subscribers. I'm sure some of them are people who are hate watching, as I've seen by screenshots. Some of them are, most of them aren't, but I do have my Social Blade here. I'm sure they're going to be watching this video and somehow try to spin this. Start with our first detractor meme here of ISOM. Apparently his weakness is criticism, which is not the case. Typically things that are said about ISOM are, and Eric July in general, is your comic book sucks, your comic book is mid, most of these people haven't ever read it, and your opinion is not gospel. Seems like majority of people who bought the first book liked the first book, and they're continuing on and purchasing the second book, which will be fulfilling in, I think, less than about a week and a half. So can't wait to see the goalpost shifts and the detractors cry about the second campaign from Eric July being fulfilled. Because of course, the left can't meme, right? That would be that one. We, of course, have people who wish people to go broke, be jobless, and be homeless on the street. Rippaverse employees will be jobless in a year or two after crashes and burns, according to Master Bates. Keep laughing now. You'll be jobless in a year or two after Rippaverse crashes and burns. Y'all ain't gonna make it to 10 years. Well, they're already pushing into the second year. This is in response, of course, to Eric July, of course, making a clip about how his company is not going on strike, while the people who make terrible content are going on strike. Let's get into it more of this. We also have Organized Chaos with his measly 4 viewers on a channel with almost 27,000 subscribers. Now, there is another channel that, of course, will probably end up suffering the same fate because they really don't add anything to YouTube or anything to the argument against Eric July and the Rippaverse. So this is probably going to be their fate at the end of the day. We also may have a new detractor doing a live stream saying that taking Eric July's ISOM to the barbecue after, of course, showing you that he essentially pirated the book and didn't actually buy the book, which is what most of these weirdo detractors do. They tend to steal the book rather than buying it, or they just don't read it at all because reasons, I guess. Worst comic ever. Of course, you have people saying his comics are way too expensive. They would rather read some poorly drawn modern Marvel comic. Yeah, because that's what you definitely want to do. You want to enjoy terrible entertainment while saying something else is too expensive, because $35 is so much money for brokies nowadays. Next detractor we'll move over to is, of course, Jauda, or Yaida Comics, I think his name was before. Saying to Eric July, of course, that his wife is this big. Saying you tell your wife her old office chair is very comfortable, 10 out of 10. Just remember, just a quick reminder for people who have been here before, I'm sure you know who this guy is. For the people who are new here, This is essentially the guy who pulled up a fake page from Eric July's comic and tried to pass it off and try to roll it back after he got called out for it being not the real page. Let's take a listen here.
Weird and clunky and bad.
Hey homie, that's not from the book. That lettering is not from the book.
What's that lettering from?
I don't know. Somebody was probably being snarky. This isn't from the book. It has the freaking watermark. This is not from our book.
Well, that's good because that looks awful.
Oh, no. Let's not say that's good. Do you not understand how goofy and silly you look right now? That you're criticizing us for something that isn't even mine. It's not even in the book, you goofball. Now I feel even more disrespected because you disrespected me based on some shit I didn't even do. You don't think you're at least a little bit of a jackass for doing that? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Can you at least admit fault? Can you at least admit fault? That was you kind of a jackass for doing it.
I will admit fault on that.
All right, cool.
Like, I'm.
At the very least, I give him some credit for, of course, apologizing for his dumbass self for doing this disrespectful ass shit. Of course, he thinks it's somehow a win to get blocked by Eric July, of course, after saying this nonsense about the man's wife. You thought this was some kind of own, you got absolutely destroyed, of course. You tried very hard to not get ratioed. You got ratioed every single time you make a post. Every single time you make a post, you got ratioed. So, moving on to Check the Circuit, who wants to call Eric July a cowardly person. Meanwhile, he blocks replies similar to a certain person will call him AF. Not only is Eric July ignorant and an embarrassment to SDCC, he's a liar, poser, and a fraud. He and his betas tell lies about comic book sales, and the industry and Eric uses that often to make his points. Yet, cowardly Eric refuses to release the individual donor amounts for his comic book. Yes, because you want people to be essentially doxxed. That's definitely cool, I guess. Eric, of course, responded by saying, I have no idea what's going on about, quote, individual donor amounts. If you're talking about total purchases that's on the site, surely you're not asking for my customer list. Of course he is. He wants to essentially dox, he wants people to dox people so he could try to harass people. But I responded saying, says the guy who locks posts after talking crap. Also, no lies need to be told when the data is out there about the failure of current modern comics. There's really no rhyme or reason as to why anyone would have to lie about it. Now, of course, we have this guy called Rippaverse to own the libs. Like, the old SpongeBob meme. Look, people don't hate Eric. People find it comedic that an idiot like him suckered a ton of people to buy a not-so-great comic book, which, once again, is your opinion, right? That is your opinion to have. It is absolutely your opinion to have. It's okay, though. They can have fun. They can have fun with their 3 versions of ISOM number 1, while the rest of us living in the real world get BJs from our wives. I can tell you right now, you don't have a wife. You don't have anything, considering you literally made an account based around a universe you don't care about, which I did respond to, obviously. I did make a response to this, which is right here. You made an account based around a universe you don't care about, so nah, you ain't married, bro. Of course, he responds with the typical nonsense, right? I did respond to his comments as well. He says, okay, this thing, and I was like, yawn. Rippetards when they are told they were suckered into a crappy comic book, which is, again, your opinion. You're allowed to have it. And, of course, I respond by saying, insults just make you look unintelligent and have nothing to add. Because you don't have anything to add to a conversation by just throwing insults. You just don't. Of course, Eric with the amazing clapback, saying, your hand does not classify as a wife. Virtually none of y'all are married. Because all you spend your time on is this. This is what y'all do. You spend all your time on Twitter crying about a man who's more successful than you, who will always be more successful than you. And that's all you can do, is cry about it. It's literally all you haters can do, is cry about it. And of course, we had this person who's like a parody of All Caps Comics, which is Ethan Van Sciver's company, called All Crap Comics. Does Rippaverse provide full benefits and a solid retirement plan? Does the lowest paid employees still make enough money to reasonably sustain themselves without living paycheck to paycheck? If not, then you guys are in the same boat as the strikers. This was, of course, in response to this video here. Let's take a listen. It says, let the union and studios fight and destroy each other. Guess who doesn't have people going on strike instead of getting work done and making money?
Hey, you know who's not complaining right now? You know who's not going on strike?
Even zoom the camera in.
You know whose business operations are still going right now? You know who's not the one complaining to a mega corporation to give him more money? Screenshot it if you want. Screenshot it.
Oh man, that's great.
I know exactly what the fuck it is that I'm talking about. My business is running right now. Hey.
Sure is. And it's thriving. It is absolutely thriving. And this is what he had to say in response, of course. This doesn't even make sense. My employees aren't currently striking, and if there were complaints about pay, surely you'd know about it. No, we aren't in the same boat. Don't put that evil on you. Basically saying no one's complaining about their pay, unlike the people who were using the hashtag comics broke me, where they were essentially saying they can't pay their bills because they're waiting on commission money and stuff like that from Marvel and DC. To which he responds by saying, nice dodge, still doesn't answer my questions. Do you offer full benefits and a retirement plan? Basically saying the same exact thing he said before. There's no dodge. My employees are taken care of and are happy. We don't have the issues that the strikers are supposedly having. This dude wants to work for you, Eric, just too ashamed to ask. These clowns always need a new goalpost or talking point to mask the fact that they're pissy broke and mad at our success. This is, of course, Andrew, who they try to cancel. These weirdos try to cancel Andrew like if talking to Eric July was going to get him fired, right? Someone came up and was like, oh, do you allow your social media manager to say these things? And it's like, yeah, I do. He has his own opinions and he's allowed to have them. This ain't the mainstream. I don't do that nonsense. We got Bruce here, Bruce Flash in the comments. Gotta love when communist detractors show up sweating over other people's money. Pretty much. It's pretty much what these people do, right? We also have Lorenzo Sleestack saying, I watch debates where Eric goes around threatening to fight people IRL, like that ex-amateur wrestler turned lolcow Tonka Saw used to do on the morning Kumite. If he were more professional, with less people would mock Eric, but he's so thin-skinned and easy to wind up. Post a clip where I threatened to fight people over debate, disagreement, or criticism. Show the receipts. And of course, we have other people. You definitely made threats before. You just deny their actual threats. It's no big deal, but it's very obvious. Post a clip, show receipts. Do you not remember what I'm referencing? Nothing comes to mind where Eric took the stance his treats weren't actually threats, or threats weren't actually threats. Again, show receipts. Wait, do you deny that you said something other people viewed as a threat? I'm surprised you would forget so soon. But of course, this is what people considered a threat. This clip right here, right? This clip right here.
Just throwing this out there before we get started. Any event that, I happen to be at one of those and you happen to be there as well, let's just make sure that we link up and we kind of chop it up about kind of some of those comments. So you fat.
Essentially, chop it up is slang for let's talk it out. Nothing to do with physical altercation whatsoever.
Out of shape and you white. Don't go around. I would advise you not do that. Go around talking about black people saying that they have issues with themselves. I would not make it a habit if I were you. Considering that you ain't built for that level of action, I would not advise that.
What, is that a threat?
That's not a threat at all. He's essentially telling you this is something he advises you not to do. That you shouldn't go around telling people that they're not, I guess, worthy of being black when they're black-skinned, right? You shouldn't go around telling people that, because you don't know what's going to happen to you when you do that, because you don't know how to navigate that. You don't know how to deal with that.
Never done anything athletic, and he talking sideways. Like I said, like he's got to see me anyway. Don't let me go to a con and his motherfucking ass is there. He has to see me, right?
And they think that's a threat. When he says, you have to see me, we got to hash it out and get rid of the Twitter nonsense and the hiding behind the keyboards and the monitors.
And he's saying I'm going to knock his ass out. He's like, is that a threat? Like, ain't nobody threatening you, motherfucker. We already know you can't whoop my ass.
That is a fact.
That's not what the dispute is. I'm saying we got to have a discussion, and there might be someone that's a
See, because he even clarifies it.
lot less patient than me.
Just throwing.
He even clarifies his statements. So, no, it's not a threat. It is not a threat whatsoever. Whatsoever. Yeah, telling someone that you want a face-to-face conversation with them is not a threat. Telling someone also to watch what they say about black people is also not a threat. Telling someone they lack athletic prowess is also not a threat. Because it's not. It's not a threat. Because, you know, clowns that have either fake profiles or look like that. I'm guessing it's a fake profile picture. Show the full concept of the clip. No one here beat me in any debate. Because people really think that Bob from Organized Chaos really can beat Eric July in a debate. That never happened. That literally never happened. Literally never happened. This guy is still talking about this. Oh, anti-fans have built their livelihoods on these women. Yeah, they built livelihoods apparently around criticizing movies. Literally what people on multiple news websites and entertainment websites do all the time. They do this all the time. There's a lot of other people that get paid to do this, except they're paid shills, and the people on YouTube typically don't have a big corporation behind them. In the YouTuber's case, it's just YouTube, whereas they get paid by the companies to say good things about their movie. I mean, they changed the way Rotten Tomatoes worked because of Captain Marvel. Rotten Tomatoes changed the way it operated because of Captain Marvel and the supposed review bombing. But it's okay for them to review bomb in the positive direction, but not the negative direction. Come on now. Who are you fooling, dog? At the end of the day, these people are just jealous about this man's success. I've got people jealous of my success. I'm sure they're going to be watching this video. And I'm going to say in the video, please do not interact with anyone that I've shown in this video. Do not engage. Do not interact. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. We'll have a discussion there. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.